Generic greetings and welcome to Mob Factory. Today's beverage is a quite different raspberry leaf tea. It doesn't taste anything like you expect, and well, if nothing else, it's a bit interesting. So welcome to the demo of Mob Factory. This is a mix of tower defense and an automation game. Some may say Factorio with towers, although Factorio has that anyway. Either way, a demo that I have been playing for about half an hour. It's quite an interesting title. I wanted to bring your attention to it. I actually saw someone else playing on YouTube, and I thought, yeah, we're going to check this one out. It is still available as of the time of recording, so by all means feel free to check out the link in the description. The idea is that we have our spawner here, and it says, yeah, wave 1 in 14 seconds, and we have our tower here, and what happens is the spawner will spawn, in this particular case, worms, which will come along this path and then over to here, and obviously they'll hit the tower, which then reduces our health. The health goes to 0, game over, but we do have the ability to place these sort of crossbow type towers here, or ballistas perhaps. What is actually called? It is called a crossbow. So I've unpaused it just by pressing space to unpause the game there, and yeah, it is something you can just real-time pausable, and yeah, if you get stuck you can just go pause. But the idea is essentially that we have to kill these enemies, and when we kill them we drop, well, yeah, it says pick up the stick. It looks like a sort of club to me, but we pick up these clubs and we can use them to do different things. It's just an item that these drop, and in this particular case it's wanting us to place an assembler. So I will place an assembler, say here, and we'll gather these up here, and the idea is that we have to, well, assemble some stuff. So we can make a conveyor, we can make another assembler, we can make a wall, and we can make bronze coins. So it takes one of these sticks here, and it makes either a conveyor belt. We can take 6 to make one assembler, we can make a one-to-one wall, or we can, in this particular case, make coins. And what we want to do is basically automate this and using our conveyors. So I'm going to place the conveyors up and along here and then over to that one. I'll also bring them back over and then down, and what is a bit jarring at first is that the conveyors don't interact with the enemies, so it doesn't do anything to them. So it doesn't slow them down, it doesn't make them go backwards or anything like that. It just brings resources. It's simply a resource conveyor. At the moment as well, we don't get, oh hang on, there we go, we have got an coin, and yeah, basically what happens is we've got this spawn here, but they don't increase in, as far as I can tell anyway, they don't increase in size of the spawns, nor do they increase in like their toughness or anything. So the idea is that we have a set ratio here. We know that these two towers will deal with these enemies ad infinitum. However, we do have to go to buy islands, and we need to expand. And I'm going to expand. We can expand to the left or the right at this particular stage, and this is a slightly different spawner. It takes a coin, one of them, to do that, and we've done that, and then we get this bridge across, and it's paused as well. So let me just pick up these resources here, and we've got another crossbow, and this thing here, which is an area damage sort of spinny thing, and let's try and stop these waves here. It says one wave in 14 seconds, so I'm going to place similarly to how we've placed it over here. I'm going to place one pointing that way, one pointing that way. The direction obviously is set for these things, and you mouse over them. It also shows the range of them as well. Damage is 0.8, cooldown is 1.2 seconds. I don't know if a tech tree is planned. I don't know if there'll be unlocks or anything like that. This is, after all, a demo, so we shall see. And I'm going to place the spinner thing in here. However, what I want to do is make sure that we can have another thing firing this way. And, well, let's just actually unpause it and we'll deal with that. And we can place walls. So I can place a wall in here. Oh, sorry. What I often do is try to, this is the crafting panel on the top left here, and I often click on that rather than down the bottom, which is spawning. So if I place that there, it's going to then bring it up the top here, but I don't want that. I want it to go down, which that should function perfectly fine. So I'll do that. I'll then also build, if I can, yes, it takes, what is it? It takes 10 sticks to make a crossbow. Let's just pick up this stuff here. But obviously the whole point is we want to start automating things. So let's place in the crossbow there. So we now have a nice crossbow there. And then we have spiders. So the spiders are coming in, and we are hitting the spiders, and they've all been taken out. So we know that this works. So what can we make with what we've just picked up, which is daggers? Yeah, clubs, wood, sticks, whatever. Yeah, so it is clubs. I thought it was wood, whatever. Clubs and daggers. I don't know why a worm would need a club. Although, to be fair, worms in previous incarnations of certain games can have super sheep, mole bombs, holy hand grenades, and dynamite. So yeah, we've got these things spawning, and they are sending them across here. What we need to do is work out what we're going to do with these daggers. So daggers, we can use 12 of them to make a splitter, which is pushes items off evenly to either side. We can make a sorter. We can make a worm spawner, which it takes 20 to do that. Or we can make things like a Cyclops, which is a fast, short-range weapon, area damage. But in order to buy an island now, if we click on that, we can see it takes 30 of the coins we're making here, and 1 of this coin here, which if we check out this, we don't actually have the ability to make it. Oh, we do. Sorry, there it is there. Silver coins. So to make silver coins, we need 2 of the standard bronze coins, and we need 10 of the... 10 of them here, the swords. So what we need to do really is up our production of these clubs. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to double check over here, make sure that is all functioning. Yeah, that's all functioning fine. We're going to bring this down and then across, and then across here as well. And the idea is that we'll be able to basically put these into an assembler maybe there. Make an assembler. We've already got one. That's fine. So the assembler, I'm going to set that to making worm spawners, because I want to up the amount of worms we are spawning so we can, well, do some more fighting. So that'll take 20, I believe. Yeah, and it is still waiting for that. And again, obviously we are still fighting here. I've got a total of 2 clubs, because obviously they are automating the coins, and we need 30 of those. So there's all of those going in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep picking up manually some of these resources, because I do want to make another weapon of some kind. And what can we make? We can make an area damage spinner. That would be quite useful. So let's pick one of those up. So we're going to craft that. I'm going to place it in and around here. So there we go, and that is the spinner. Actually, no, it would probably be best to place it in there. I just did a right click on that one, and we got it back. There's no problem in removing them and placing them down. None of that. What we'll do then is probably gather a couple of these up. We want to get how many for another worm spawner? It is got 14 at this current stage. There's another coin there. We are still spawning there and spawning there. We can connect up the islands with a bridge. At the moment, we've just got this one bit here. It just means that we can have one thing going across. So, for example, if we wanted to, we can say, yes, whatever this output is, bring it along here. And we probably will do that simply because... Actually, you know what? No, I won't do that for reasons that will hopefully become clear in a moment. But yeah, we now have... Oh, there we go. We now have our worm spawner, and also enough to build another crossbow. So what we're going to do is wait for this wave to finish, and we will remove that and remove that. We're going to bring this down like so, and also we're going to place in the worm spawner here, and it's going to follow a similar path. It's just trying to get to this area. It should be pointed out that this worm spawner, it does share the same timer as the other one, but also you can't place the different spawners on a different island. So this is a spider spawner. You can't place a spider spawner here, nor a worm one over there. So that's now in. I'm going to place the newly built crossbow in there and that one in there, and statistically that should just work out perfectly fine. Let's see if any of that is actually true. So they're going to fire and fire and fire. Yeah, they're just going to remove all of that, and oh, look at that, some have actually got through, and we might get a, oh, I was going to say we might get a bit of damage on here, but it looks like we had that worked out perfectly fine. So I do still think it's important to perhaps get some extra defense in here. I don't know where we're going to place it. Oh yeah, it's just stopping it. I think another one of these area damage spinners may be in order, but that requires 12 of the dagger resources. So let's just see if we can do that. And that is now destroyed. That's fine. Going to pick up that one and that one, which means another spinner is in order. The spinner can be placed in here. So that's just going to, yeah, absolutely annihilate anything that comes past there. Going to spend a fair amount of our clubs here to gather up these things, and I want to make some more of these. Like I say, what I'm doing is basically trying to set up a a production line where we are just producing enough for the coins required. So that is fine there. We're going to pick up another spawner. So do I want to place another spawner? The answer is yes, I do. The problem is where to place it. So if I place it here, it could potentially be an issue. Although, actually, no. Because what we'll do is we'll place it there. We'll remove these. That was probably the worst possible time for me to place it because we haven't got the defences. But you live and learn. Well, we might not live. We might actually get destroyed in this one. That's probably not the case. In fact, it will demonstrate, at least anyway, if nothing else, that we are... yeah, we can actually suffer damage, and no, we didn't. We managed to take them out perfectly fine, so that is good. Anyway, we'll place that one in there. The problem now is we're going to have a throughput issue. We just will not be able to produce what is required. Oh, and actually, because I've removed that, it's changed over. Oh, we're taking damage. It's just changed it over to the conveyor, which is fine. But yeah, we've taken damage, but what is a bit different to a lot of contemporaries when it comes to tower defense, anyway, that the health regens. It is a regenerative system, and wow, they are actually getting through. So they weren't getting through previously, but they are getting through now. I think another... Yeah, we'll place that crossbow in there, and that should suffice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that, because I don't really want to produce that there. I want to produce some of these better coins. So the better coins requires some of these, as well as... Let me just pick up there, and just craft a load... Or can we fill the screen? Probably. I want to craft a load of those. So I'm going to bring across... I can either bring across this way, or I don't think it really matters. So I'm bringing across our resources here. This is going to go to that way. We've got an assembler, which I'll place in... I'll place the assembler there because we can, and I'm going to change that over to these sort of coins. And it means that the coins are going to come down, and that way, that's going to go that way, and then out the bottom, we will get the coins. I think, the proper coins, and that's got there as well. Yeah, so... I think we want another spinner, I think. Yeah, we'll make another spinner. We'll make another crossbow as well. We could reroute some of this here, but I don't know if it's strictly necessary. But I'm just going to use some of our resources to build these defences. And there's one of our coins there, so that is perfectly fine. What I'm noticing is... now again we have a throughput issue, so I'm going to change that to there. That one will change to make standard coins, and we'll make sure that goes across to there as well. So anything that dies above here, it'll go into the top one. If it dies below, it's going to go to that one there. And this one, I'm just going to bring down like that. So we've got this one making the other coins, and this one making just, yeah, the standard coins. So we've got one of those. So we now have 2 silver coins and 16 of the copper coins. That is all working fine. This is good. This is good. Pick up that, and that should hopefully be about enough. I'm going to place another spinner in about there, just to try and take out what we have there. I mean, we could place one here. Actually, let's wait for this wave to finish, and I might place a crossbow here and try to make it go up and round, but obviously it will massively change what's happening. So place that there, and oh yeah, you can see the route is completely different. So I'm going to have to do that, and that would, yeah, that still works. So we can see it's going to go this way, across and round, which just slows them down a little bit. So just about working out that, yeah, so all these are just getting completely stuck there. What I've done, I'm just picking up a lot of these coins because we need 30. I mean, we can expand to the right if we really wanted to get another one of these. And you know what? We might as well do that. So I want at least one more of those. Let's get 2 more of those crossbows. We want a spinner, which we have. So I'm going to pick up that, and we also get these resources anyway. So we'll have a crossbow in there, a crossbow in there, and a spinner in the corner, followed by, because we can... Oh, no, we can't. Because we can, we'll make these Cyclops to have something a bit different, but, well, we can't do any of that. There's some of the coins. I'm just manually picking those up because we don't need all of these silver coins. But the idea is that we automate the entire job. These are getting through. I think some of them will get through. Yes, they have. So what I'll do is similar to what I've done previously, which is place that there. We'll have a wall that comes down like so, and then goes that way, and that is exactly what we are wanting. So that's fine. We'll have another spinner on that corner, and then we've got not many of these clubs, but we'll build as many as we possibly can. And Yeah, we'll build a conveyors there. This is going to come down and across. And realistically, it's unlikely that they'll get to this point, but we shall see. Let me see. Just pick those up. Pick some of those up as well. What it has to be said that once they're inside these, what are they called? Assemblers. Look like foundries, but yeah. Once they're inside there, you can't take them out, so you can't just click on that and get it. So, yeah. It is what it is. And we want to bring these across and then up. And this is just going to bring in the extra swords. And we can use that for a Cyclops. We'll just try that. And how are we for coins? I think we're doing all right. For this side, what I'm going to do is... Do I want to build anything else? Is it strictly necessary? I don't think so. I think defenses are okay. We've got the Cyclops. The problem is that the next island we get, which is going to be here by the look of it, we'll have a little bit of a problem because it spawns some like undead creatures which can only be damaged from the back. So that is going to require a bit of a mess around, and as such I'm going to start building lots of walls. We have a crossbow, we have a Cyclops. I'm going to build another one of these spinners here. And yes, we're just gathering up on the right hand side all of these daggers. Oh, we can actually build one there. Yeah, we can build one there. Just realising we've got a lot of these swords coming in. We're not really doing much with them, but it's okay. We're just working our way through it. We'll build... What else you got? You got bridges, you got crystals, which is... Crystals are a slow, long-range weapon, which requires shields. We've got a spider spawner, which takes 20 shields, a skeletal spawner, and it says that advanced sorter pushes the selected type of item to the side, and that requires some sort of blue crystal. But let's go ahead and let's see what this is like. So there is... Ooh, it's a skull. So they're going to spawn there, and they're going to come down, but the problem is, as I said, we can't damage them in the front. So what I want to do is... Can we just block them off? No, the game has thought of that. Or the designers thought of that. Right, so we want to spawn them... we want to have them sort of come down that way, which is fine. But we need to make sure that we can get a gun pointing back over. So if I just place that there, let's see what we can do to make them go around. So they'll go around there, and then they'll go around there. So they are going to get shot in the back as they come down that way. So that is fine. The range on that is... Oh, that's actually excellent, the range. Let's build another one of those. Oh, we can't. We are out. We'll gather some of that up then, and then pick up another crossbow. They can only be damaged in the back, so I'm going to place one there for now. But obviously, I think we are going to have to make them basically go... Ooh, how are we going to do this? We want them to come down here, but then go up there, which requires basically a lot of brick. Looks like we can click and drag. That's something I've just found out. And we'll make them go up there and then around. That's, again, perfectly fine. I'll put a spinner there. I don't think it's going to do anything. But yeah, let's just do that there. I don't think I can place that one there. But let's just see what this is like. So they're going to come out there and around and then down. And again, we're going to shoot them in the back there. Just going to pick up some of this to make another crossbow. Oh, we just got loads of this here. For the next island, when we click buy island, it is this one over here. So we have to extend to that one. Not that we're going to do that because, well, it's pretty much the coming close to the end of... demo here. There we go. You see we've got these skeletons here. So the skeletons, when mouse over, which is a nice touch, it says HP is 0.6, can only be hurt by projectiles from the back. So projectiles, so I assume this spinner thing does absolutely nothing. It does say specifically projectiles, so we will remove that. I'll also place, if I remove that, I'll place this thing in here, and that's going to shoot them in the back there. And we are picking up these things. Obviously, we can make a crystal, which is a slow, long-range weapon. We can make an area slow, which we've not really bothered with. There is a bridge there and a spider spawner. So if I wanted more spiders here, if we really wanted more spiders in our lives, then that is something that we can indeed go for. To make a coin, it is... Let's have a quick look. Gold coins. Used to buy new islands. It is 12 shields, 3 of the, I think, splitters, no, sorters, and then also, what else? It is 3 of this type of coin. So actually, yeah, this process we've got here is probably about right. We can use the one on the right there to make more silver coins, or we could probably, what we'll probably do is turn them into sorters. So we'd have another sorter, so we'll build a new one of those, and because if we need anything else, we can just sort of pick them up manually. And that one, whoa, just kicked them off massively there. This one we're going to change into sorters, so we're going to turn that into sorters. So we have sorters, we have the coins, yes, and we have the shields over here, but the problem is getting them to where they need to go, because obviously it's a logistical problem now, and realistically, we just wait and get a bridge, and it says connects 2 islands. We'd probably have a bridge here, and then maybe across there and work around, but then we'd need to alter this chain of events. But yeah, so it's got that roguelikey thing where we have to, oh, there we go, we've started to get some of these sorters, yeah, where we have to figure it out and redo and yeah, try again. Yeah, that's really all there is to say. That's a bit of the game. Intriguing, very intriguing. I like the mix of tower defense and the automation side of it, and I've just realised that crossbow just kept going and going and going. So maybe there's options for sorting that one out. I'm really tempted to make one of these crystals just because it might be fun to make. Let me pick these up and try. We'll try a bridge. Do you want to try a bridge? We need 35, and we have. There's a bridge. So the bridge we can place, say there. So there's the bridge in. I'm going to pick up those and just spend all of the money on building that, pretty much fill the screen. And yeah, we'd probably come down here, and well, that's all we can really make, but we'd come down here, we'd bring them down, I'd bring them with another bridge across here, I'd move that one down, and yeah, we'll just try to get over to there to make this this third coin, which then will be another boss of some kind, which would be intriguing. Either way, that's been a bit of the game. Thought you would want to see this sort of thing, because it is fairly on brand, so we normally feature. And as demos go, it's a fairly solid one. Looking forward to the full game, and I certainly will be checking that out when it drops, whenever that is. I don't have any information, but as always, links in the description so you can check the game out yourself, get the details, and also, yeah, check the demo out if you do so desire. It is still available as of the time of recording, so if that's your thing, then by all means, feel free to jump on it. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.